happens one already.
I know, right?
Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll talk to you.
You have the hat, though. You have the hat. Oh, yeah. That's what matters.
Next year is when I can I got Ed more years. Ed has too much skills. Oh, yeah, he's we both go. It's package deal. Yeah.
Oh, I'll give Kyle.
It's before training. I've never been allowed to do that. No. We can do it.
This is just, they do it all around. We got
Who do we have on the line?
Hi, Nancy from Juvenile Probation.
Hi, Nancy.
Was that Brooke?
Yep.
Okay.
Is that, is the bellman, is there?
Yeah.
Hey, Jason. If you want, I can call you before you can hang up and I can call you when you're ready. If you're last.
Oh, yeah, I'm last. Yeah, if you want to, sir.
I'll do that.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay, good morning. It's 10 o'clock. We ask you to please rise for the opening prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance before we convene our Commissioners' Public Meeting. Dear Heavenly Father, we begin a new month with you at our sides. We ask you for guidance in our daily lives, and we thank you for this glorious day you have made. Lord, as we reflect and remember those heroes this past Monday, Memorial Day, we will focus next Tuesday and remember a time 78 years ago when those in the greatest generation stormed the beaches in Normandy for freedom. 4,400 identified soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Coast Guardmen died on D-Day. An estimated 5,000 were lost at sea, in air, or otherwise that were not identified. Their sacrifice and efforts of all the troops turned the tide of the entire war on that day. Only a few of those brave heroes remain with us today, but their children and grandchildren are among us to carry on their legacies. We will never forget them and always honor those brave souls. Lord, we thank you for those brave, courageous lives that gave it their all on that fateful day. We are thankful for those that returned, that laid the foundation of the greatest generation. And we ask you to guide our meeting today and provide us the wisdom, insight, and knowledge to make sound decisions. May they always be in accordance with your will. We humbly pray these things in your name. Amen.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll convene the Commissioners' Public Meeting this time, and welcome back Larry Stout from the state of Alaska. Hope you had a good time. And ask for approval of the minutes of the previous meeting.
I'll move to approve. I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So carried. Public comments on agenda items only at this time? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on.
Okay, moving on to service awards. Commissioners, we're going to recognize 2 employees for their service to the county. First, Natalie Stevy, 10 years.
Mike?
Good morning, Commissioners and Matt. We're here this morning to recognize the 10 years of dedicated service of Natalie Steppe to Lycoming County and the Lycoming County Office of Veterans Affairs. Natalie began her employment on April the 1st, 2013 as an administrative assistant in the Veterans Affairs Office. In 2019, Natalie completed the rigorous study and examination requirements to become an accredited Veteran Service Officer. And during her time as a VSO, Natalie has assisted numerous veterans, surviving spouses, and families in negotiating the arcane rules and regulations of the Department of Veterans Affairs to gain the benefits they are due. In the process, her actions have helped in recovering millions of dollars in benefits for these veterans and their families. Natalie now serves as the Assistant Director of the Veterans Affairs Office. Throughout her career, Natalie has performed her duties with the greatest diligence, expertise, and more importantly, compassion. It is not surprising that her coworkers regularly call upon her for her insight and experience. Her good humor and infectious smile are indeed welcome in our office. Congratulations to Natalie on her service award.
Natalie, like to say anything?
It's been a great 10 years. I love my job. I love being with the veterans, and that's about it. Thank you.
Well, thank you for what you do. Our Veterans Office is, in my opinion, the best in the state. And I've been there numerous times, and you always help the veterans. You know, it's tremendous what you do. Mike, you lead the charge, and you do a fantastic job. And your outreach, I know I contact you once a year for flags, and you give us the little leaguers down there 2,000 flags to place on the cemeteries, on our heroes' grave sites, and that's a large undertaking. There's 19,000 veterans that are buried in Lycoming County, and how many cemeteries are there?
George?
80 some? 80 some?
George.
Oh, there's more than 80.
80 some, that's what I thought, so. Yeah, what will you do for the veterans that are still with us? And I see them on the elevators, and you know, they're so appreciative of coming in here and receiving the help that you provide for them. So we'll continue to help them. We owe them everything. So it's a job that you come today that is so rewarding and so needed. So we thank you.
You know, Natalie, what's so great about your story is it's a real role model for people who can come to the county and start in a position as administrative assistant, take the initiative. No one required you to take that training and that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You did it on your own, you took the initiative, you went on, and now you're the assistant director. And in the meantime, you've not only started to build a career, but you've also a role model for other people who come to the county and see that, and we appreciate that. And obviously you've helped, you know, hundreds and hundreds of veterans in the process, so congratulations. Hard to believe it's 10 years, but it goes by, and I'm sure you'll continue to educate yourself, so we appreciate that.
Thank you.
And time is flying, isn't it? You came in under George, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, okay. George, stand up.
Hi, George.
Yeah.
And remember when you first came in, at least I do, and George was a tough guy. You know, I went to many meetings with him. He's a tough guy. He's even tough on the veterans. But I will say, when you first came in, you know, you had very little experience, if none. And look back today, what you know and how you help our veterans. Can you imagine how mature you got in this job
Mm-hmm.
and how much you've learned. One of the things that we hear all the time, and it is amazing, and we'll be at other counties, we might be at other association meetings, and it was always Lycoming County Veterans office is the best in the state. We have people that call our office here from other counties to get service. And that's a reflection on what? On you. About what you're dedicated to help anyone, even if they're not from Lycoming County. And you should be very proud of that, all of you. We thank you all for giving the service that you do for our veterans.
And we just recently had the retired Brigadier General Maureen Waggle here, and she was so impressed, with you, your office. And so.
You know, the other thing is, and it's true, George mentored you, I believe, and I believe that part of your success was because George was a mentor. And that's a lesson for all of our department heads. When you find a young person, look and see what you can do to mentor them. Because first of all, it's a tremendous gift to give someone, but also it is a way of building the kind of leadership we need in the county, so that when George wants to retire, other people can come in, and Mike and Natalie, and be able to run it. So we do thank you for that, and we hope that the other directors will think about that. And obviously, Mike, you've been a source of support all those years too, more recently. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So certificate and a pen for you.
Okay.
George, come on up. George.
No, you've been there. Right.
Where's George?
Come on, George.
Honestly, George is responsible for the success of this office.
Wow. Yeah, he's doing good. We're lucky to have you too. Absolutely. Okay.
Yes, Stu.
George, thanks for being here.
Yes, thank you.
Yep, good seeing you.
All right, next, in Planning and Community Development Office, Sherry Hook, 10 years.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Sherry Hook has been with the Planning Department for about a year and a half now. But she started with the Treasurer's Office back in 2013 and has moved around a little bit, and we hope she stays with the planning until she decides to retire. And it's not just the young people that we want to apply for jobs. We like getting experienced people for our jobs too.
She's a young person.
You know, we are young at heart. But Sherry has been a great asset to the planning department over the last year and a half. She's been able to pick up on things a lot quicker than expected. She also has still works at the library at Penn College of Technology, so some of that has bled over into her ability to really take a hold of the job and make improvements and help us move forward. She has been a delight when it comes to dealing with the public. During the interview, we have to warn everybody when they're dealing with zoning and subdivision land development that people may yell at you on the phone or yell at you when they come into the office. And we talk about how to deal with the public and try to ease their worries and calm them down when they're dealing with difficult regulations. And Sherry has been very good at doing that. You know you're doing your job well when you can calm down very irritated people and still function properly. And she deals with all the staff very well too, because sometimes we can be a little irritating also. But she's been a great asset to the planning, and we hope she continues to be until she decides to retire, which you can't retire before me. We just determined we'll be able to retire in a year and a half, but we want to stay longer. Right? Yeah. Okay. So, did you want to talk at all?
No, just thank you. I've enjoyed all my experiences here. Unlike Natalie, where she stayed in one position for 10 years, I was in the controller's office and the treasurer's office. Brief time in the sheriff's office. It wasn't meant for me. But I found my home, and it made me a more well-rounded person for the county. I often get questions about license to carry or a question about Doe licenses, and I wouldn't know that information if I wanted to work there, even if it was brief time. So it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for staying with the county.
She's lying.
You are a calm presence. You never get, I've never heard you raise your voice. I've known you for years.
You have.
Yeah, and so you've always been a calm presence and always have a smile on your face. And that's what employers enjoy having, because as people walk into a building, whether it's a private or a public entity, the first person they encounter is going to set their tone for their visit. And if that person's miserable and angry, then they're going to be that same way too, and they're going to walk out there more upset, not want to come back. So it's how you approach people. That first impression is going to make a lasting impression on what kind of service they receive, and you give that service that the county appreciates. So thank you.
And they do. They really do a great job of her and Christine do a great job of that first impression.
Yep.
Well, your story is a great story as a young person. No, but what it does, it says to our employees that if you work in a place, a treasurer's office or something, and you want to move on and do something different, you can, right? And that, where can you do that in most jobs? I mean, you know, it's hard. It's hard to find a job that's got so much diversity in terms of taking skill sets and applying them in different places. So we really do appreciate, and we appreciate that you know, it's been some tumultuous years, and you've always done it with a real graceful smile. Every time I come up to planning, you're always very, very friendly. And even though the employees are all talking about those commissioners, but no.
Can I speak first next time?
Yeah.
No.
Thank you,
I echo both their remarks. So, you know, you always felt at ease coming to us or anyone, and you know, I value that because with only open communications can we get better, and you did a great job for us.
We're a tell it like it is department.
We know.
We don't like to, we don't like to sugarcoat things.
I just want to add about our employees, and I was one previously, so I retired, and now I'm back as a commissioner. And you know, you talk to people that retire or people move on, they miss who they worked with. They miss their colleagues. They miss, you know, and I've seen that. I've seen recently retirements. Jim Schreiner just retired, or he's going to retire Friday. You know, Ken Ossico, a longtime DA, 40 years. He came back to see Jim at his retirement. You know, George is here today to recognize, you know, one of his previous employees. You know, their family. Their family. There's an extended family, and that's what's special about working for the county. You know, they're always there for you, and they'll always come back to honor you or visit with you and see you. So it's something special about that. Yes, we have a pin and a certificate for you.
Any of you?
Come on up, please.
She'll take a picture for you.
Oh, that's fine.
Exactly.
Come on in.
Okay.
You don't touch me, don't touch me. Congratulations on your
Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, moving on to bid openings.
Nikki here.
Nikki, you're in.
So we received 3 bids for the 3rd Street Plaza re-roofing project. First one, Halton Contracting, $209,875. The second bid was Equity Roofing, $247,196.08. And Midstate Roofing and Coating is $222,900.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Just for a roof.
That's not just a roof.
All
Okay.
right, I'm gonna take over my stuff.
Okay.
So, information items.
Wait a minute, we have reports. Kalen?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm Kalen.
Eric? The new one.
I'm Kalen for today. A team's out, so the B team's in.
You want to announce who you are?
Yeah, Eric Anderson, I'm the finance director.
Okay. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Commissioners. Matt. Presented for your ratification are invoices due through June 7th, 2023, to be paid on May 31st, 2023, which was yesterday, in the amount of $984,062.78. The breakdown is as follows. General Fund, $406,581.43, represents 41.32%. Grants and other sources, $523,956.11, which is 53.24%. And included in that is the Lairdsville sanitary sewer of $247,475. That is funded by grants. And the children and youth pass through for $258,314. RMS is $44,073.47, which is 4.48%. And escrow of $9,451.77, which is 0.96%. If there's any questions, I'll have to get back to you.
How long have you been with us now?
A little over 2 months.
Wow. We're glad you came.
Glad to be here.
And just for the public, you know, when you see our budget at the end of the year, when we're creating a budget, and we collect X amount of dollars in taxes, it's usually, people don't understand, well, how do you bring in $37 million in taxes and have a budget of $103 million or 110?
Absolutely.
And it's because our staff, from planning, everyone is looking for grants, right? And if we didn't have those grants and we didn't have those entities that provided them, then where would our county government be, let alone our municipal government? So there's something to be said that you do need government, okay? You need them in a number of ways, but we're thankful for the people that we have representing us and from both parties, that they look after us, and they, of course, there's strings attached to all this money.
Yeah.
But nonetheless,
Important money.
we have to do it right.
Yeah, grants are a big part of it, for sure. Thank you.
Okay, a motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried.
Okay, now moving on to
Thank you, Eric.
information. Commissioners, the county will be seeking bids for a Blodgett electrical convection oven. This is a 2023 budgeted item. Moving on to personnel actions. Ally?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Morning, Alan.
I have for your approval the personnel actions in attachment A. First one would be for a court position for Deputy Trevito, who would be transferring in the executive secretary role. Full-time replacement, $18.75 per hour with an anticipated transfer date of May 28th. For the prison, Brittany Mitch as a correctional officer 1. Full-time replacement again, $20 per hour. Anticipated start date would be June 4th. In the public defender's office, Edward Reeves coming in as an assistant public defender. Full-time replacement, $60,500 per year. Anticipated start date June 5th. In assessment, Rachel Andres for clerk 4. Full-time replacement, $17.01 per hour. Anticipated start date June 19th. Also in assessment, Andrea Hammond for clerk 3. Full-time replacement, $16.17 per hour with an anticipated start date of June 26th. In the courts, again, we have Melissa Miller for an admin assistant role, full-time replacement, $17.96 per hour, anticipated start date of June 5th. And in adult probation, Jim Schreiner is going to come back in a part-time status as a master firearms instructor for a new position at $30 per hour, and he will not exceed 300 working hours in a year. He'll be joining us on June 5th.
And we anticipate Jim to be here under that role for about 2 years until the new instructor is trained. I believe it's like a 4-year training they have to have, and
Yep.
that trainer already has 2 years in.
Yep.
So it'll be another 2 years
Yep.
until we can, and this saves a ton of money with people not having to travel
Yes.
and stay overnight at hotels and be away for a week for firearms training, things like that. So
Yep.
it's a major cost savings.
It is.
Okay, motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried. Thank you.
Thanks, Commissioners.
No, we'll need to recess that.
Yeah. At this time, we'll recess the Commissioners' public meeting for the Board of Assessments revisions, and we'll convene the Board of Assessments revisions at this time.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm seeking approval for 2 real estate tax refunds. The first one is for Travis Carmen. The parcel was granted a veteran's exemption as of July 29, 2022. We did not receive the letter until May 12, 2023 from the homeowner. He was not aware that he was supposed to bring the letter into us and was continuing to pay his taxes. The refund amount for the 2023 county tax is $366.65. The second refund is for Bunnell Run Hunting and Fishing Club. They demolished all their buildings in October of 2022, but they never told us. And some townships do not require a permit, so they paid their 2023 county tax bill. The refund amount for that is $590.51. Any questions?
Any questions? Okay, a motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, just with the veterans exception for real estate. Brooke, can you lay out a couple of the rules, not all of them, but how a veteran can get exempt?
Well, you must be 100% disabled, and it must be, and you must have been involved in an armed conflict or war, and there's certain income guidelines you must follow, and the local veterans office would guide you through the process of the application and everything.
Okay. Any further comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried. Thank you, Brooke.
Thank you, Commissioners.
This time we'll adjourn the Board of Assessments revisions and reconvene the Commissioners' public meeting at this time.
Okay, moving on to action items 8.1 and 8.2. Ally, revisions to 2 policies.
Good morning. So 8.1 would be a vote to approve a revision on policy 400, which is the compensation policy. I do have copies if you guys need, but it looks like you have them.
Yep.
So it would be the highlighted section of 1A and B, which changes it to confirmed by HR and the department head and the elected official. And then if you turn to the 3rd page of your policy, we implemented the change on Part would designate a qualified individual for an override compensation adjustment payment.
Okay, so it's important as we go through these policies. I've often stated, I've stated 4 years ago when I ran for office, at that time, we had 56 policies that had not been updated since June 24th, 1999. And that is a major issue. They should be updated or looked at every 2 to 3 years. We have, our HR department's been doing that diligently over the last basically 2 years. And you're through about half of them, I believe.
Just about.
And they're doing a tremendous job. So again, we continue to tackle these. It's not an easy thing where you do it in 5 minutes. It takes a lot of time and a lot of research. And so we want to thank you for doing it, you and Jessica and your staff.
Thank you.
Yep. Do I have a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So carried.
8.2 would be a vote to approve the revision to policy 407, which is the payment on call. The purpose of changing this one is that we are going to alter how the coroner's office is structured in the payroll system, which is e-finance. So rather than having them paid by the week, they'll be paid by the day. This does not change the amount of their pay, it's just a structure that works better for their department.
Okay. A motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Allison.
Okay, 8.3, Commissioners seeking your approval on the agreement with Independent Dialysis Group. This is a 2023 budgeted item, just a standard renewal.
Okay, a motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye, so carried.
Commissioners seeking your approval on Resolution 2023-10 for DeSalvo's Restaurant, addition and renovation project for the RACP funds.
Okay, a motion?
I'll move to approve. This is the original one, right? This is the original resolution? I mean, the original,
It has to be. Can't imagine. Yes, sir.
right? What he was trying to get a second one, but I think this is the first one. I mean, this is the existing one, right?
Yeah,
Is this-
Yeah.
we finally got
Okay.
to that point in the process.
Right,
Yep.
that's what I thought. So we never put together the resolution, right, okay. Yep, I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
And these are monies that come from the state. It's a RACP grant that comes from the state. It's a pass-through from the commissioners to the entity
Correct.
so that they can do the improvements. It's not county tax dollars.
Right.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, and lastly, Commissioners seeking your approval on the statement of compliance with Pennsylvania Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program, RACP requirements. So this is the compliance portion to the RACP grant.
Okay.
Right.
And we want to thank the Senator's office and the representative's offices that obtained these grants. I believe 16 or 17 of them have been obtained within the last year or two that have helped
Yeah, we did very
tremendously
well.
in this county. So I'd like to have a list, maybe let's read that list of what
Okay.
has been brought to our county. I know it's very substantial, millions and millions of dollars. That way we can provide that to the press also, what the state's bringing into us.
Right. So it's important we get this to him, to Mr. DeSalvo, so he understands he has to comply with the trade practices. I mean, I'm sure he knows, but
Yeah.
it's a little different. We're committing that it's going to be done, so.
Well, he hired someone to help him with that. We could
To
pass
help
that.
him oversee it, yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
Penn Strategy.
Right,
Penn Strategy, we can forward that to Penn Strategies
yeah,
so that they're aware of it. I'm sure they are, but just make sure they're aware of it.
yeah. Is your John Hancock's going?
Yeah. Okay, a motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, 8.6 through 8.8, Kristen, some ARPA amendments.
Morning, Kristen.
Good morning, Commissioners. The first action item is to vote to approve the ARPA amendment to the subrecipient agreement with West Branch Regional Authority. This is to change their project from the Muncie Borough sewer trunk line to Buttonwood Lane sewer main replacement. There is no change in the amount of their grant,
Okay.
just a change in the project.
A motion?
I'll move to approve.
Second.
All fair side? Aye.
The next item is to approve the ARPA amendment to subrecipient agreement with Hughesville Wolf Authority. And that is, again, just another change in project from the land development sewer main replacement project to incorporate some additional sewer main replacements on Greg Runs Road and State Route 118. They got some additional grant funds, so they're able to do some extra work using the ARPA funds. Again, no change to the amount.
Okay, motion?
I'll move to approve.
Second.
All fair side?
Aye.
Aye, so carried.
And the next item is to vote to approve the ARPA funds award for the following agencies. For nonprofit assistance grant, the American Legion Post 268 Home Association of Pennsylvania in the amount of $43,405. Broadband would be River Valley Internet in the amount of $300,000, and water sewer is Hughesville Borough Authority in the amount of $250,000.
Okay, a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Second.
All fair side?
Aye.
So carried.
Thank you very much,
So
Commissioner.
thank you, and we want to thank you for your assistance. As noted in previous meetings, we allocated about $5 million of our ARPA monies for water and sewer projects across the county, and we've been voting them out on a regular basis. We're on the second round right now. John has a meeting tomorrow with one of the local municipalities, and continues to bring those projects to the commissioners for voting and approval, so that we can help those townships and boroughs throughout the county on the water and sewer projects that help the infrastructure. It's generational. So many of these projects haven't been completed in 100 years, some of them, and so we're thankful that these monies are there and that we're using them for generations to come. So thank you. Malik, good morning.
Good morning. Amendment to the subrecipient monitoring agreement with Greater Lycoming Habitat for Humanity through the 2020 Fair Funds.
Okay, a motion.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried.
Seeking your approval for the amendment to the subrecipient monitoring agreement with Greater Lycoming Habitat for Humanity through the 2021 Fair Funds.
Have a motion.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And also seeking your approval to the subrecipient monitoring agreement with Greater Lycoming Habitat for Humanity through their 2022 Fair Funds.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we want to thank the Greater Lycoming County Habitat for Humanity for what they do in our county. And we're thankful to have them here and the projects they have going on. And we appreciate each one of those volunteers and their services.
Yes.
Thank you, Malik, for working with them.
Thank you.
All right, 8.12, Nancy, still on?
Yes, I am.
Morning, Nancy.
Good morning, Commissioners. Juvenile Probation is asking for your approval for Diacon Family Life Services contract for 2023-2024. This is a specialized in-home treatment program, SPIN, mental health program that provides individual counseling, individual therapy, family therapy, case management, and group therapy to use between 8 and 18. We have several programs that we contract with, and the highest increase was 5%. If you flip your back sheet over, the rates are on the back.
See that, thank you. Okay, got a motion.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
And this is the 2023 budgeted items. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried. Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you, Commissioners. Have a good day.
You too.
8.13, Jason?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning, Jason.
Commissioners, for your approval is the municipal solid waste capacity agreement with Mifflin and Judiac counties. This is basically the same type of a document that we as Lycoming County put out. We must guarantee 10 years of capacity disposal, and this is our agreement with Mifflin and Juniata that RMS will provide capacity for their waste in the next 10 years. So it's just a simple agreement. It allows the waste to come to our facility if people decide to haul it here from those counties.
Okay, motion.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All fair side?
Aye.
Aye, so carried.
All right, Commissioner comment.
Next Thursday, we will be having a vote on the agreement with the mall on the loan. The individuals that are purchasing the mall will be here for a presentation and comment, and then we'll be voting on our part of the $5 million loan that has been discussed over the previous months. They are set for closing, I believe, June 16th. That's what I've been informed, so it's moving ahead. And so that will be on our agenda next Thursday.
And for the public, the most important thing for them to realize is that the commissioners have protected their money. This is Act 13 money, and we've protected it in two ways, by taking a first lien on the land, and secondly by requiring personal guarantees. So if the project does not, we have all belief that the project will succeed, but if somehow it doesn't succeed, we will be able to recover the public money that we are loaning. And we're doing it to basically try to kickstart the development there. And
they've already received state monies.
Right, the state's committed to it, and it'll actually be a very exciting redevelopment of a mall, which could serve for other malls. But the way that first lien works is that the bank and the county are sharing it, meaning that the real estate is the collateral for the loan, and the bank. It's unusual to have the bank and another party. Usually the bank wants to be in first lien by themselves. The bank and the county are both in first lien, so that if the loan that the bank is lending to them goes south, they can't simply sell the land and take, the bank can't simply sell the land and take the money to pay off its loan. It has to, the county and the bank work together to make sure that each of us are made whole, and the same thing with the personal guarantees. So we feel confident that we're not taking a just, how should I say? We're taking a responsible position on a loan of significant public money. So if people want to come, they can come and ask questions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we had a meeting with our insurance carrier on property and liability, and it's going up considerably. For a number of reasons, but one reason I think everybody should be aware of, and you know, whether the attorneys or the judges have great lobbyists or not, I can tell you that we as citizens are going to pay for it. And what I mean by that is that one of the reasons why it's going up astronomically is because you now can file the suit, and you correct me if I'm wrong because I won't know the legal terms, but if I have something here in Williamsport, Lycoming County, Pennsylvania, I can take that case to Philadelphia, where the judges are much more liberal, and award more money, and not a little bit of money. Okay, I'm talking a lot of money. They're giving out, you know, awards of 135 million, 250 million. It's astronomical, and the insurance companies have to spread that cost out throughout Pennsylvania. And you know, I'm not saying we don't benefit. I don't mean that. I'm just saying that there needs to be tort reform, or we can't afford anything. We're not going to be able to afford taxes. Will absolutely have to be raised. You know, it's just the way it is, and we need to change this culture, or face the consequences.
Well, he said when P Corp was formed back in the mid-'80s, it was formed for the counties to benefit from this type of crisis. We're back to the same crisis we had in the mid-'80s. So how they tackle this is going to be difficult.
So we were out last week at the Lairdsville ribbon cutting for the new sewer plant there. And so one of the, I was talking to a woman there who's a much older woman, has lived there her whole life, and very worried about how she'll be able to get the lateral connected from her house to the sewer system. And so I think it's important for us to recognize, that money, part of that money came from CDBG money. And of course, we have the queen of CDBG here, Kristen McLaughlin.
Used to be. She forgot.
She used to be. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I mean, she really was the person who knew everything there was. But I mention this because when you talk to your elected state and federal officials, getting funds like CDBG funds available are very important. It gives the flexibility for us to, and for Lycoming County Water and Sewer, to help communities where the median household income there, just to give people an idea, was $29,000. That means 2 people household are surviving on $29,000. In the county altogether, it's 52, and in the state, it's probably about 60, I think. We're about 15% below the state, rough, give or take. But the point is, this is not a rich community. And at the same time, it's so important on this infrastructure for us to continue to build it out. Literally, and this is absolutely true, if we hadn't corrected that problem, all the houses would have had to be shut down because they don't have anywhere to put their waste. The waste leaches out of the ground and so forth. So, do we just write off parts of rural America by not providing it, or do we say we're going to put money into infrastructure and help communities? These are hardworking people, work their whole life there, and that's the positive thing about it. That community now, with its proximity to Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, which is actually growing at a pretty fast clip, that could become a bedroom community, and people, as they need to go into a nursing home or else, could sell houses. Now they have functioning sewer systems, and we try to repopulate our community. This is part of the path towards repopulation of rural America. So anyway, it was good.
It's a nice little village.
It's a nice little village, and the 3 of us were very proud to have participated in putting some Act 13 money together, both a combination of a loan and a grant. And we thank the supervisors out there who really, we're paid employees of the county. Supervisors are basically volunteers. I mean, in most of our communities, and they work very hard. So we do want to give recognition to them and to Lycoming County Water and Sewer Authority, which has done a fantastic job of. This has not just gone on for like a year or 2. This has been going on since 2010, right? Mm-hmm. We got like a 15-year history or 13-year history from John, the engineer, yeah. It's just been a long process of getting all the approvals and so forth, and finding how to get the money, so.
Okay, public comment? Tom?
Morning. Everyone's good. Tom Adams, Williamsport. I'd like to thank the area for having the Memorial Day services once again. They're really important. I'd like to see those expanded. I guess generally in the area, but it's just one thing we don't want to forget. I know there was a lot of activity this weekend because there was no rain, so probably the numbers were down a little bit, but I can't always get to these things either, but I think it's fantastic that we do that. Also, I would like to bring up scripture. Proverbs 20-28 says, "Do not move the ancient boundary which your fathers have set." And that's not just land boundaries, that's moral boundaries and legal boundaries. And our forefathers have set us great boundaries with our Constitution, which we've totally ignored now. I mean, we're off the rails. And the morality is to protect life, because it's life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. So when we ignore God, we're going to struggle with happiness. We're going to struggle with having morals and having decency in our society. Cotton Mather, he was from 1663 to 1728 is when he lived. He was an American colonial Puritan minister and author who wrote The Great Achievement of Christ in America. That's the English title for it. The most detailed history written of the first 50 years of New England said regarding the rising trend toward materialism in the colonies, religion begat prosperity, and the daughter devoured the mother. So when we get prosperous, we tend to forget how we got prosperous. And he did have real problems in that era that he was living in. The country, of course we weren't a country at the time, but they were slidden in the big immorality. And the First Great Awakening finally came after that time period, and he was one of the pushers for that. And when people realized where they were headed with immorality, that they weren't going to be able to free themselves from Britain, they weren't going to be able to have any type of freedom. And this, once they turned their back to God, and this is where the universities came from. Out of the 200 first colleges and universities of the country, 199 of them were theological seminaries. You go all the way from Yale, Harvard, and all the way through. So when we disregard law and order, we're just going to continue, and that's any law. Laws comes from God, and when we disregard that, we get craziness. So I guess one of the other thoughts is, it's kind of slipped my mind. With the illegal aliens, I think it might be good. I know there's a push to have the county declared emergency state of emergency to not allow illegals to just take up residence without any, being properly brought in as legals, and because that can just breed a lot of. So we see what's happening in these cities, and like San Francisco or just anywhere where they allow it to run rampant, and it's a drug culture that comes in, and we already have enough trouble with that. And it's not to put people down that want to come here, let them come here legally. And a lot of illegals are being brought here through UN funds and our federal tax dollars. They're not coming up here on their own dime. They're being brought up into the country, and then of course the feds continue to pay their way, and that's our money. And but I think there's probably a lot of good people that want a better life, but they're not doing it the right way, so they're not going to respect it. It's almost like mercenaries, because when you're a mercenary, like the Germans were mercenaries for Britain, they didn't care so much. They would, if the fighting got too tough, they would run because they were only being paid, and or if they could get out of it, they would. So, and then also to probably have the county declared sanctuary county for the Second Amendment. I know there's a couple counties in PA have done that. I think it has to go through the sheriff. But, so here's a couple
you, Tom.
thoughts. Thank you.
Any other public comment at this time?
None online.
Okay. We've completed our agenda, so we'll meet again Thursday, June 8th, 2023 at 10 a.m. right here.